I will now demonstrate a new install of SecureAnyBox. The current version we are using is 4.3.0, and we'll be adding that onto a SUSE Linux enterprise server machine. First, we'll go ahead and log into the machine, and inside my home directory I have the installer already copied. You could, once you download this from SecureAnyBox.com, you can copy it to your system however is easiest for you. Once there, the install runs as root, typically. So we'll go ahead and become the privileged user. Once we've done that, all we have to do is run the installer. It's just basically a big shell script. So bash into my home directory and then choose the correct installer. This will go ahead and run, and I'm going to choose to go ahead and not use a custom Java location, meaning I'll use the JDK that comes with the SecureAnyBox product. It asks me where to install. I'm going to go with the default. You can see it's going to extract the JDK and various other things. It wants to confirm my server's IP address. Looks like it found it. And it wants to confirm a port that I'll use for listening. I'm going to go with the default 8800. Next, or maybe last, it's going to go ahead and ask me if I should start up right away. I'm going to choose yes. Before I do, I want to point out that the JDK that's shipped does not include the JCE policy files, meaning it cannot do strong encryption like we're used to in this particular time of history. If you want to use those, and you can go to Oracle and download them, then extracting a couple extra jars to the JDK is trivial. I will show that in another video. But for now, I'll go ahead, and the product works just fine with limitations on how strong the key store password can be without the upgraded, stronger policy files, which basically everyone ought to go and use. Has a note up here, 7 characters on a key store. Kind of ridiculously small, but easy to change. So we'll go ahead and say yes, continue, and start up. Now we ought to have it listening. We can do some quick checking. Look for SecureAnyBox. There's the process. Do a quick search for the listening socket. There it is. If I pull up a web browser, I try and go to it, I end up right here. The first thing it asks for is a security code. After the install finished, before you close the window hopefully, it gave you a security code to make sure, since this is publicly available perhaps, that only you can come in and do something cool with it, like register it. So first, put in a security code, and now we're going to create an admin password. So I will put in a semi-secure password because this is the admin of SecureAnyBox. It says password changed. Now it wants me to go ahead and log in. We have just the 2 fields for username and password. If you have multiple domains, there's also a domain field, but we don't need that right now. It's brand new. When you first log in as any user, it asks you for an access code, and the access code is the thing which keeps your data from being accessible to anyone, even the admin of the system. So I'm going to put in a really strong access code, say OK, and we're in. The product is installed and seems to be working just fine. We can come to the About section, see the version 4.3.0 released July 21st of this year, 2017. We can also see this is a demo. You get 40 days, 21 days of free use, and then you have to add a license, which is done right below. If we also go, I think, into administration, we see again our JCE, Java Cryptography Extension warning, which again we'll fix in another video. But all it needs is to extract 2 jar files from Oracle to make that go away. At this point, our service is up. One thing to note is that we are using HTTP, not HTTPS. So again, in another video, I will show how to change that so that we use TLS or SSL for the connection. That's all for now.